Hello friends, welcome to the video series of Ultimate PHP Programming course. Friends, in the last video, we have discussed the history of PHP, applications of PHP, different uses of PHP. Okay, now in today's video, we are going to discuss the basic syntax of PHP. Then we are going to discuss comments within PHP and how PHP responds to the white spaces. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, we will try to understand what is syntax for PHP. So basically the structure which defines the PHP computer language is called PHP syntax. So these are basically rules, okay, that defines the PHP computer language. That is nothing but the syntax of PHP. So already we have discussed that PHP language is executed on server because PHP is server side scripting language. So our browser cannot interpret PHP code. So we simply forward our request to the Apache web server where PHP parser is available. So PHP script is actually executed on server and the result is written in normal HTML back to the client from where request was initiated. Why? Because our client can understand HTML language. Our client can interpret HTML tags. That's why the server will always return result in normal HTML. So PHP or hypertext preprocessor is most widely used open source general purpose server side scripting language and it can be embedded within HTML language. Okay, so as PHP is scripting language, it can be embedded into another environment, that is HTML language. So you will have your basic HTML page structure with which you can also write, you can also embed PHP script. Okay, that is what the embedding PHP script within the HTML language. Okay, so PHP files are basically saved with extension .php. Okay, so in the last video I told you that where we have to save our PHP files in the root directory of a server. Okay, so root directory is a special directory where we have to save our PHP files. So whenever we will request any PHP file, server first of all look up our requested file within the root directory of a web server. So PHP scripts can be written anywhere within the document. Okay, so within which PHP tags will be available along with your normal HTML tags. So you can mix up PHP tags with HTML tags as per your requirement, as per the necessity. Okay, so PHP file may consist PHP tags or it may consist PHP tags plus HTML tags. Okay, depend on your script, depend on the task for which you are writing your PHP script. Okay, so remember PHP file will consist HTML tags as well, not only PHP but it will also consist HTML tags. So next concept we have escaping to the PHP. Now what is escaping to the PHP? So writing the PHP code inside this pair of delimiters is called escaping to the PHP. So the mechanism of separating your HTML code from PHP code is actually called escaping to the PHP. So we have learned that we can mix up HTML tags with PHP code. Okay, so how our browser will separate HTML code and PHP code? So it will separate it with help of this pair of delimiters. Okay, so whenever our browser will encounter this pair of delimiters, it will simply understand that this is PHP code and it will simply ignore it. Okay, so this is the starting of your delimiter and this is ending of your delimiter. So in between, whatever code you will write, whatever statements you will write, all that statements will be ignored by your browser. Means browser simply ignore it, it will not process it. Okay, so to tell our browser explicitly that this is PHP code, we are trying to use this pair of delimiters, and this is called escaping to the PHP. Okay, so how we are defining the starting of PHP block? So we are defining with angle bracket, question mark, followed by PHP word, and then here we will write actual PHP code related to whatever task we want to perform. And how we will end this PHP block? With question mark followed by angle bracket. So this whole pair of block is called escaping to the PHP. So you need to remember one thing, always you have to write your code between this pair of delimiters. So this is starting, whereas this is ending. So you can have as many as pair of delimiters within single PHP file. Okay, so you can mix up this pair of delimiters with your normal HTML code. So browser will be able to understand which is HTML code and which is PHP code. So basically we are trying to separate HTML code and PHP code with the help of this concept, and that concept is escaping to the PHP. Okay, so this mechanism basically helps our browser to separate normal HTML from PHP code, because normal HTML will consist the code for static contents, whereas PHP code will be for dynamic contents. Okay, so there are certain methods that are used for escaping to the PHP. So there are total 4 methods that we are going to discuss today. Okay, for escaping to the PHP. So some methods are by default, some methods needs to modify the configuration file of PHP. So here I will tell you little about configuration file of PHP. So friends, whenever you will download PHP software, so that downloaded PHP software will consist php.ini file. Okay, so this is the configuration file of PHP. So how your software will work, with what setting it will operate, all that settings are defined within this file, and that file is called php.ini. So all settings of PHP softwares are available within this php.ini file. So if you want to modify any setting regarding your PHP software, PHP language, you can go and you can modify this php.ini file. Where it will be located? So it will be located within PHP directory of your software. Okay, so simply you have to open this file, and whatever setting you want to modify, you have to modify them here. Okay, so now regarding to escaping to PHP, some settings we need to modify, and that settings are available within this php.ini file. So this is the important file. So before changing anything within this file, I will recommend you should create backup of this file. So if anything goes wrong, you can restore your previous file. Okay, and your PHP software will work properly. So remember the name of PHP configuration file. So it is php.ini file. Okay, and where it will be located? Within your PHP software. Okay, so now we will try to understand the ways to escaping PHP code. Okay, so the pair of delimiters is used for embedding PHP script within the HTML file. Okay, so there are 4 different ways that are used for escaping to the PHP. Okay, now we will try to see each way one by one. So first way is canonical PHP tags. This is the first way to escaping to the PHP. So in canonical PHP tags, the script starts with this delimiter and ends with this delimiter. So these tags are also called as canonical PHP tags, and this is the default way for writing PHP script. Okay, so everything out of this pair will be ignored by your PHP parser, and only code between these pair of delimiters will be parsed by our PHP parser. Okay, so this opening and closing tags are called as a delimiters, and every statement within PHP is terminated with a semicolon. Okay, so how we need to use this canonical PHP tag? See here. So this is starting delimiter. Okay, now here we will write our actual PHP code, and this is ending delimiter. So the code between this starting delimiter and ending delimiter will be interpreted by PHP parser, and outside of these delimiters whatever code will be there, it will be ignored by PHP parser. Okay, so this is pair of delimiters and it is called as a canonical PHP tags. This is the default way to write PHP code. So this defines the starting, this defines the ending, and in between all statements are treated as a PHP language statements. So it will be ignored by your browser and it will be recognized by your parser. Okay, so this is actually called canonical PHP tag. So for using canonical PHP tag, you don't have to configure any setting. By default, canonical PHP tags can be used with PHP language. Now I will try to show you the example of canonical PHP tags. So see here, we will try to understand this example. Okay, now here the first line you can see. So this first line basically defines the starting of canonical PHP block. So this is actually starting delimiter. What it consists? Angle bracket, question mark, followed by PHP word. Okay, this is the first line. Now in next line, we are creating one comment here. So basically in PHP, we can create comment with symbol hash or with regular slash, whatever we use in C, C++ language. Okay, so anyway you can use for specifying comment here. So here we have specified comment. So what comment we have written? Echo command is used for printing. So in PHP, if you want to display some message, if you want to print some message, you will use echo command. It is similar to your printf function that you use in C language. Okay, so to display certain message as an output within your browser, we will use echo statement. Okay, now in line number 3, actually we are printing one message and that message is hello world. Okay, so echo, that is our command name for printing some message as an output, followed by our actual message within double quotes. As it is a string, we have enclosed it in double quotes, and followed by, you can see there is a semicolon for terminating this statement. So if you don't specify semicolon at the end of your statement, PHP parser will generate error. Okay, so semicolon is mandatory at end of every PHP statement. At last, we are having the closing delimiter or ending delimiter, okay, which will close this pair of tags. Okay, so here your canonical block completes. So it starts here and it ends here. So in between, whatever statements you will have, that statements will be considered as a PHP language statements. So as we have other ways as well to write PHP code, but I will recommend you always use this canonical PHP tags for writing your PHP code. Okay, so this is how you can use canonical PHP tags for writing your PHP code. Okay, now we will try to understand second way. So second way is called SGML or short HTML tags. SGML stands for Standard Generalized Markup Language. Okay, so in this way we will try to use this pair of delimiters for writing our PHP code. It is the shortest option for initializing PHP code, and it will work only by setting the short open tag setting within the php.ini file to the on value. Okay, so how it actually, so short HTML tags are like this. You have angle bracket and followed by question mark, and here you will write your PHP code directly. And how this pair of block will end? Like this. So here this delimiters defines the starting of block, and this delimiters define the ending of block. Okay, and in between you will have your PHP code. But in order to use this short HTML tags for initializing your PHP code, you need to first of all go to php.ini file, and within this file you need to modify the specified setting. Short open tag, you need to make it on, and then you need to save this php.ini file. Then and then only you will be able to use this short HTML tags for initializing your PHP code. So what you will search within php.ini? You will search for short open tag setting, and then you will change its value to on. So if you try to compare the canonical PHP tag with short HTML tag, very easily you can understand the difference. How was canonical tags? It was like this. And in between this we had our PHP code. Now how this short HTML tags are there, and in between we will have our PHP code. So this is the default way, and in order to use this we need to modify the php.ini file. So you can observe the difference here. In canonical we have PHP word here, which is not available within short HTML tags. Okay, so I will recommend you this first way for initializing your PHP code. Okay, but for sake of knowledge we will try to understand all ways. Okay, all methods. Now let's try to understand the example. So you can see in the example we are starting our PHP block with this delimiter, then followed by that we have one comment with hash. Okay, so hash defines comment. Now we know, so in comment we have written that it will work only if setting is done within php.ini file. So whatever setting we have specified, you have to modify value of that specified setting, then and then only it will work. Then next to that we are printing hello world, and at last we are ending our PHP block. Okay, so this defines the starting of block, this defines the ending of block. Okay, this is how you can initialize your code within short HTML tags. Okay, but remember, in order to use it, you need to modify the php.ini file and you need to perform the specified setting. Then and then only it will work. By default, it will not work. Now we will move to our third type. Third type is HTML script tag. Okay, so we can use script tag for initializing our PHP code. So I will tell you little about script tag. What is script tag? So basically script tag is used for embedding different kinds of scripts within HTML page. Okay, so you can include different kinds of scripts like PHP, like JavaScript, like VB script, okay, within your HTML page. And in order to embed these different scripts within your HTML page, you need to use script tag. So what is syntax of script tag? So syntax is like this: script followed by attribute called language is equal to, in double quotes you need to specify the name of language, which code you want to embed within HTML, and followed by that here you will write actual code of that language, and then you will use /script. Okay friends, sorry for this bad handwriting. Only you need to understand the concept here, what I want to tell you. So here in pair of these double quotes, you can specify any language name which you want to embed within HTML. So here I will specify like PHP, or I can specify JavaScript, or I can specify VB script or Perl. Any language you can specify. So we can also initialize PHP code with script tag, and that way it's called HTML script tag. So the script tag is used for initializing PHP code. So they have removed the support for script tag for initializing PHP from this version. Okay, so if you are trying to use this script tag for initializing your PHP in the versions after 7.0.0, it will not work. Okay, so it's no more use. So all versions before PHP 7.0.0 supports script tag. Okay, so let's try to see the example. So you can see here we have used script tag here, followed by the attribute language, and here we are specifying language value PHP because we want to initialize PHP code. Then followed by that we have one echo statement for printing hello message, and at last we are closing our script tag. Okay, so this script tag you can include within your HTML file. So you can put this script tag within head part of your HTML code, or you can put this script tag within body part of your HTML code. Okay, so these are the two places where you can use, where you can put this script tag. Okay, so remember, script tag is used for embedding different types of scripts within HTML language or within HTML page. So you can include PHP, you can include JavaScript, VB script, Perl, Python. Okay, so this was the third way how to initialize PHP script, or you can say escaping to PHP code. Now let's try to see the fourth way. So fourth way is ASP style tag. ASP is what? Active Server Pages. This is one of the server side programming language. Okay, so in ASP how we write our code? So in ASP we write our code between pair of delimiters, and that pair of delimiters is this. Okay, angle bracket followed by percentage symbol, and closing delimiter is percentage followed by angle bracket. So this is pair of delimiters which use for writing ASP code. Okay, so you can also use this pair of delimiters for writing your PHP code. Again, this is not a by default. If you want to use this, you need to go to your php.ini file and you need to change this setting. Okay, so these pair of delimiters are called ASP style. This called ASP style pair of delimiters. So you can use this ASP style delimiter for writing your PHP code as well if you want. So this is the fourth way, and that is what? ASP style tag. So to use this, we need to set the configuration of php.ini file, as I told you. So these are used by active server pages to describe the code blocks. So in ASP, this pair of delimiters is used for writing ASP code. So this tag starts with angle bracket followed by percentage symbol, and it ends with percentage symbol followed by angle bracket. Okay, now let's try to look at example. See here, now we have started our block with angle bracket followed by percentage symbol, and followed by that we have one comment, and followed by that we have echo statement for printing one message. And how we are ending this whole block? We are ending it with percentage followed by angle bracket. So this is called ASP style tag, and this way can be used for initializing your PHP code as well. So we have seen 4 different ways for escaping to the PHP. So just I will try to give you a short summary here. So first way was canonical PHP tag. How it was? It was like this: angle bracket followed by question mark followed by PHP, and in between we were supposed to write our PHP code. And how we end this? We end this with question mark PHP. So this was the first way. What was second way? So second way was short HTML tag. It was like this: angle bracket followed by question mark. Here we supposed to write our PHP code, and followed by question mark angle bracket. So this was the short HTML tags. What was third way? Third way was script tag. So script language is equal to PHP. Okay, and then here we will write our PHP code, and followed by that we will have /script tag, which will close the script tag. Okay, this was the third way. And what was the fourth way? So fourth way was ASP style tag. So where we use this pair of delimiters for writing our PHP code. So these are the 4 different ways which are used to escaping the PHP code. Okay, so I hope you understood all these 4 different ways with their examples. But which way we are going to prefer in all our examples? We are going to prefer canonical PHP tags. Means we are going to write all our PHP code between these PHP block, which is called canonical PHP tags. Okay, so next we will try to understand what are comments in PHP. So like any other languages, C, C++, here as well we can use comments for describing our code more properly. Okay, so already I told you how we can create comments in PHP with hash, or you can use slash. Okay, so let's try to see what are comments in PHP. So comments are basically help in reminding the developer about the code if it's revisited after period of time. Okay, so comments are basically describing the logic of code, what that code is performing actually. So whenever you will revisit that code after few days, after few months, or after few years as well, you will be able to understand what that code is actually performing. So a comment is something that is ignored and not read or executed by the PHP engine or by the PHP parser or by the PHP interpreter as the part of program, and they are written to make your code more readable and understandable. That is the main purpose of comments. So why you are including your comments within your PHP program or any other program? So for making your code more readable, for making your code more understandable. So by reading comments, you can understand what that particular block of code is performing. Okay, what is logic of that particular block of code. Okay, that is what the purpose of comments. So these comments are used to help other users as well as developers to describe the particular section of code, particular block of code, and what we are trying to do within that block of code, what logic we have written, what is significance of variables, what are parameters of function. All details you can specify with help of comments. So it can also use for documenting a set of codes or part of program. So there are two types of comments. First is single line comments and second is multi-line comments. So from their names you can understand what will be single line comment and what will be multi-line comment. So let's try to understand first of all single line comment in PHP. So as their name suggests, these are the single line or short relevant explanations that one can add to their code for describing their logic or for describing their code. So you can add single line comment to your code by using slash or by using hash. So this pair of slash can be used, or simply you can put slash at the start of your line. So whatever line which will start with this pair of slash or with hash, it will be ignored by our PHP parser. So let's look at the example of single line comment. So here you can see we have used canonical PHP block for initializing our PHP code here. Okay, now here in the line number 2 we have written one single line comment. So you can see here we have defined this comment with pair of slash. Okay, so next another comment we have written with pair of slash, and then followed by that one echo statement we have which is printing hello message, hello world message, and followed by that one more single line comment we have created, but at this time we have used hash for creating this comment. Okay, so like this you can create single line comments using pair of slash or using hash. So second type of comment we have multi-line comments. So these multi-line comments are used for accommodating multiple lines with single tag, and we can extend it to many lines as per our requirement. So to add this we need to begin and end our line with this. Okay, so let's try to look at the example. So here you can see in the PHP block we have written this multi-line comment. So this comment is started with slash followed by asterisk sign, and it is ended with asterisk sign followed by slash. So in between whatever you will write, all that lines will be treated as a comment. It will be ignored by our PHP parser. Okay, and followed by that as usual we have hello world message with echo statement, and here we are ending our PHP block. Okay, so this is how we can use multi-line comments within PHP. Okay, so now we will try to understand the PHP insensitiveness with the white spaces. So this includes all types of spaces that are invisible on the screen, including tabs, spaces, carriage return, etc. So even one space is equal to any number of spaces or carriage returns. This means that PHP will ignore all the spaces or tabs within the single line or within the single row. So unless semicolon is encountered, so PHP treats multiple line as a single commands, as a single statement. That is what PHP is insensitive to the white spaces. And what's white spaces includes? So it includes tabs, spaces and carriage return characters. Okay, let's try to look at example. So see, in this example we are creating one variable here, $var1. This is the name of variable. Friends, we can create variable in PHP with $sign. Okay, so $sign followed by the name of variable. This is the syntax of creating variable within PHP. So in next lecture we are going to discuss that. So here we have created one variable called var1, and you can see here after variable name we have specified certain white spaces. Followed by that we have equal to sign. Again we have certain white spaces, and followed by that we have 15 value. So PHP will ignore all these white spaces. Okay, so that is how PHP is insensitive to the white spaces. In the third line you can see we are declaring another variable, and there are again certain white spaces between equal to, variable name and actual value. So here as well PHP will ignore all these white spaces, and here we are printing the variable values. So this first statement will print the var1 value, that is 15, and this second statement will print the var2 value, that is 40. So here what we want to understand within this example, all white spaces are basically ignored by our PHP parser, and that is what PHP is insensitive to the white spaces. So friends, in today's session we have discussed different ways to escaping the PHP code. Okay, 4 different ways we have discussed: canonical PHP tags, short HTML tags, script tag, and then at last ASP style tag. Okay, then followed by that we have discussed comments in PHP. So 2 types of comments we have seen: single line comment and multi-line comments. And at last we have seen how PHP is insensitive to the white spaces. Okay, so friends, if you find this video useful, please like and share this video. I will see you in next video. Thank you for watching.